Hey everyone, Amanda Mazey here, Country Roads Trust, WVU quarterback Nicco Marchiol, running back CJ Donaldson. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me. Did y'all do anything fun this weekend?
You know, we had a good time celebrating with our friends, with our teammates. You know, obviously after coming up a win like that one, you know, we enjoyed our time after. But it's a quick turnaround, and just like that, the new week's here. So
yeah, did you have fun this weekend, CJ?
Definitely, enjoyed the win, but you can see it on my face. I just been asleep all week.
you earned it. You're like the workhorse on the field out there.
Absolutely.
Well, first of all, let's talk about that atmosphere. I mean, that was electric from start to finish. What did it mean for you guys to have all those fans behind you and just be so vocal and in your corner till the very end?
Means everything. Like when you talk about playing at home, having that home field advantage, there's no better place to have that advantage than Milan Puskar, because it was rocking for 4 quarters. You know, the whole time, whether things were going our way or not. They kept the energy, they kept us fired up, and then we start making plays, and then everyone's having a good time. So,
CJ, when you guys are out there, obviously you're paying attention, you're listening to your coaches, but do you hear the crowd singing Sweet Caroline? Are you able to kind of take in and hear what's going on, or are you just, it's all blocked out? I've always been curious about that, especially the football when you have that big of a crowd.
Well, normally, like when you're on the football field, you definitely, can hear the crowd, but at the same time, you focus on, doing your job and the task that's, upon you. But at the time, we was on defense, so I got to enjoy it a little bit. I could hear it. I'm like, oh, man, like this is what it really sounds like for, us to sell out the stadium. It definitely was a great experience.
Were you all singing along out loud or maybe in your head?
I was bummed out because that was the one thing that I was dying to hear, because I heard the song come on, and then they were like, oh, the phone, you need to go to the phone. So then I was under the tent the whole time, and I couldn't even hear what he was saying because our fans were going crazy. But I saw it on Twitter later. It was awesome.
Yeah, there were a million replays.
Yeah.
You can definitely relive it. Well, Nico, you came in the 6th play of the game for Garrett. You took over. Just talk about having your number called, stepping up, and helping to lead this team to victory.
Yeah, it's the role I play, being the second string quarterback, where if your number's called, there's no question that you have to be ready and you have to go in and handle business. And luckily enough, I have some great players around me where it just makes my job easy, just getting the ball to guys like CJ and Jalen and Devin Carter, who can go make plays and extend the plays down the field. And having a veteran offensive line makes, again, my job very easy, and I'm sure CJ could talk about this too. But having a guy like Zach Frazier at the head of that group is such a blessing for this offense, for this whole program. For a guy to have that much experience and just that much ability and that much talent is something that you probably won't find anywhere else in the Big 12. I think I put our guys up against anyone in the league.
So let's talk about your mindset for this week. You have not been named the starter, nor has Garrett. Have to see how that plays out. As we sit here today, Neil Brown isn't sure who's going to get the starting nod, but now you have to prepare as if you could. Is that a different mindset from this time last week to now?
No, not much changes for me in my preparation. I think I'll attack it the same way. We're going to both see all the plays this week, put a very descriptive game plan together, and then we're going to go out and we're going to make plays. So not much changes in my preparation, just I'd say more from a visualization standpoint. I'm going to visualize being out there for the first drive, for the first play, seeing the kickoff or the kick return, and just mentally getting my mind right for that moment.
Manifesting it, right?
Absolutely.
That's the big word
Absolutely.
in sports these days. CJ, you've had a phenomenal season so far. Is it everything that you thought it would be up until this point?
It's definitely special just to have another opportunity, to play the game of football, because a few months ago I was sitting at home and, watching my team run out the tunnel, just, not being able to be out there with those guys definitely hurt me to the core. But, it's everything that I wanted right now, just having another opportunity to be out there. That's all I really was expecting.
And stop going down with these injuries during the games. You're giving us all a heart attack, all right? Stop. Don't do that this week, okay? You promise me? Promise.
I can promise you that I will try my best.
Yeah,
okay,
we're
that's
gonna
a
keep
good
them
answer.
safe. We'll keep
That's
them
a
safe.
good answer. The defense really stepped up against Pitt. you have played high school with Trey Lathan, one of the guys that's really like a breakout player on this defense. Just talk about, Trey and just what this defense has meant up until this point, and in particular against the Panthers.
It's definitely special, just seeing the guy across the ball who you've been playing against since high school. That's my friend to me. That's like the person who I love to see in practice, and I also hate to see in practice because, he knows all my tricks and I know all his tricks. And even though it's just so special just to see him finally have that opportunity to showcase his talent on a national stage like that, it definitely felt great for both of us. Like, just the smile that I know that we brought to Gulliver Preparatory Saturday night definitely was a big one for us.
Absolutely. It was a conservative play calling, let's say, against the Panthers. The running game was working, the defense, so kind of like you don't want to, mess with a good thing. Were you ever like, come on, coach, let me just go deep. Like, let me just deep ball. Like, you got to say, you got to follow coach's orders. But does the competitor in you say, come on, give me that play where I'm just going to throw it downfield and haul it up there?
It's interesting because, of course, that's my mindset. I want to take those shots. I want to give my guys a chance down the field. But comes back to something I've really grown as a player about is just being a game manager. Like we talked about before, is just coming in and doing what's necessary to get the win. And I think that's one of the most vital characteristics a quarterback can have is coming in, handling the chaos, everything going on around, getting guys where they need to be, and just coming in and especially in a rivalry game like that, period, point blank, you want the victory. However you get it, you want the victory, especially at home. As much as it means to these fans and to us, I was just happy to come in there and do my job, do my part.
Pitt's over. Now we are starting Big 12 play. This is obviously non-conference is very important, but this is where you guys are gunning for a title, and it starts Saturday against Texas Tech. CJ, you played against that, Texas Tech last year. I believe you had 33 yards. It wasn't a great day offensively for the Mountaineers. The Red Raiders have had our number for the past 4 years. The importance of this game and setting the tone for the rest of Big 12 play.
It's definitely important, to come out, 1-0 this week. It's the first conference game. This team has had our jersey for 4 years now, especially last year. Like, last year was very unacceptable, and we're taking the same approach we took last week against Pittsburgh. We definitely, practice has already been intense, even though it was a walkthrough today. We just so mentally and focused for this game on Saturday.
It'd be nice to open up league play at home. This is your third home game in a row, so this is kind of a nice luxury to be able to open up with an enemy, Big 12 at home, Nico.
Absolutely. It's as a young quarterback, having being able to stay at home, be comfortable in our stadium with our fans is very important to me. And like CJ was saying, we're this one burned us to our core for a little bit. So I know our guys. We're going to prep just like CJ said, just like we were prepping for Pitt. We know this game sets the tone. This is the start to our season and the identity we want to build for this team. So I think how we come out and start early is going to kind of project how this season's going to go. And I feel really good about how we've prepped in the past. So
all right, well, guys, thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. Good luck.
As always, thank you
very
much.
Stay healthy, both of you.
You know it.
Do not set me up with an interview with Nico ever again. He just outshined me so hard today.
Hey, did you have your ringer on? Did your mom call or anything while we're having this interview?
Better check.
I hope she
might
did.
Be in trouble.
You might be in trouble. No, I'm just kidding.
We're good to go.
Y'all want to see what it says? It says Donaldson.
Just the last name.
All caps.
Always take a call from Mom.
Absolutely.
Guys, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you.